Introduction. You must be looking varieties of animals around you. Some animals are too small, whereas some are too big. There is huge diversity among the animals. Estimated number of animal species on Earth is approximately 7 million. It is impossible to study each and every species. However, if groups and subgroups of animals are formed, depending upon the similarities and differences, it will make it very easy to study such vast variety of animals. Formation of groups and subgroups of animals, depending upon similarities and differences among animals, is called as animal classification. History of animal classification. Greek philosopher Aristotle was the first to perform the animal classification according to the criteria like body size, habits, and habitats. Classification proposed by Aristotle is known as artificial method, and it is then followed by Theophrastus, Pliny, John Ray, Linnaeus, etc. Further, as per the new developments in sciences, references were changed and thereby the criteria of animal classification too. Later on, natural system of classification was followed. Natural system of classification was based on various criteria like body organization, types of cells, chromosomes, biochemical properties, etc. Dobzhansky and Mayer used system of classification based on evolution was also brought into practice. Recently, Carl Voss has also proposed the animal classification. Traditional method of animal classification. Traditionally, animal kingdom is divided into two parts: chordates and non-chordates, on the basis of presence and absence of notochord. And further, it is divided into different phylum. What is notochord? Notochord is a long, rod-like supporting structure present on dorsal side of animal body. It keeps the nerve tissue isolated from remaining body. Chordates. 1. Body is supported by notochord. 2. Pharyngeal, gill, slits or lungs are present for respiration. 3. Nerve cord is present on dorsal side of body. It is hollow. 4. Heart is present on ventral side of body. Non-chordates. 1. Body is not supported by rod-like notochord. 2. Pharyngeal gill slits are absent. 3. Nerve cord, if present, it is on ventral side. It is solid and paired. 4. Heart, if present, it is on dorsal side. This system of animal classification was in practice till now. However, nowadays, new system of classification is followed. New system of classification. At present, Robert Whittaker's 5-kingdom classification system is widely accepted. This system of classification is based upon some criteria like body organization, body symmetry, body cavity, germinal layers, segmentation, etc. Criteria for new system of classification. A. Grades of organization. Body of animals is made up of cells. Some organisms are made up of single cell, referred to as unicellular organisms, whereas some organisms are made up of many cells and referred to as multicellular organisms. In multicellular organisms, many cells perform different functions, whereas in unicellular organisms, single cell performs multiple function. Protoplasmic grade of organization. Is body organization of unicellular animals, example amoeba, paramecium. Cellular grade organization. When tissues are not performed in multicellular organisms' body, example animals from phylum Porifera. Cell tissue grade organization. In this type of organization, cells come together to form tissues with the help of which all the body functions are performed. Such animals show cell tissue grade organization. Example, animals from phylum Cnidaria. Tissue organ grade organization. In this type of organization, tissues are organized to form some organs. However, complete organ systems are not formed. Example, flatworms. Organ system grade organization. Besides the 4 types of body organizations, remaining all animals show organ system grade organization in which different organs are joined together to form organ system that performs specific functions. Example, crab, frog, human, etc. B. Body symmetry. If you try to cut human body and amoeba into 2 equal halves in any specific plane, will it be possible? In imaginary sense, if body of any animal is cut through imaginary axis of body, it may or may not produce 2 equal halves. Depending upon this property, there are different types of animal bodies. Asymmetrical body. In case of such body, there is no any such imaginary axis through which we can get 2 equal halves. Example, amoeba, paramecium, some sponges. Radial symmetry. In this type of body, if imaginary cut passes through central axis but any plane of body, it gives 2 equal halves. Example, starfish. Bilateral symmetry. In this type of body, there is only one such imaginary axis of body through which we can get 2 equal halves. Example, insects, fishes, frog, birds, human, etc. C. Germ layers. Diploblastic and triploblastic. In case of multicellular animals, germ layers are formed during initial period of their embryonic development. Then, from those germ layers, different tissues are formed in the body. Diploblastic. In case of some animals, only 2 germ layers, endoderm and ectoderm, are formed. Example, all cnidarians. Triploblastic. In most of all the remaining animals, 3 germ layers are formed, that is, mesoderm besides endoderm and ectoderm. D. Body cavity. Coelom. Cavity between the body and internal organs is called as body cavity or coelom. Eucoelomate. In case of multicellular animals, during initial period of their embryonic development, body cavity is formed from either mesoderm or gut. Such animals are called as eucoelomate, animals with true body. Example, animals belonging to phylum Annelida and all phyla coming after Annelida. Acoelomate. Body cavity is absent in case of some animals. Such animals are called as acoelomate. Example, animals belonging to phyla Porifera, Cnidaria and Platyhelminthes. Pseudocoelomates. In case of some animals, they have body cavity but it is not formed by mesoderm or gut. Example, belonging to phylum Aschelminthes. D. Body segmentation. If the body of animals is divided into small, similar units, then such body is called as segmented body and each small unit is called as segment. Example, animals like earthworm belonging to phylum Annelida, phylum Porifera. These animals are called as sponges. They have simplest body plan, asymmetrical body, numerous pores. Those pores are called as ostia. Habitat. Most of them are marine and few are freshwater dwellers. These animals are always attached to substratum, hence do not show locomotion. Hence they are referred as sedentary animals. Their spongy body is supported by spicules or spongin fibers which are made up of calcium carbonate or silica. These animals feed upon small organisms taken in their body along with water through ostia given out through oscula. These animals reproduce by budding sexual method. Besides this, they have good ability of regeneration. Examples, Cycon, Euspongia, bat sponge, Hyloneema, Euplectella, etc. Phylum Coelentrata, Cnidaria. Body of these animals is cylindrical or umbrella-like. If it is cylindrical, it is called as polyp, and if it is umbrella-like, it is called as medusa. Habitat. Most of these animals are marine, only few are freshwater dwellers. Body of these animals is radially symmetrical and diploblastic. Cnidoblast bearing tentacles are present around the mouth. Tentacles are useful for capturing the prey, whereas cnidoblasts can inject the toxin in the body of prey. Those are useful for protection too. Example: Hydra, Edentia, sea anemone, Aurelia, jellyfish. Phylum Platyhelminthes. Body of these animals is slender and flat-like, a leaf or strip. Hence they are called as flatworms. Most of these animals are endoparasites. Habitat. Few are free-living and aquatic. Body of these animals is acylomate and bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. That is, their body is made up of 3 germ layers: endoderm, ectoderm and mesoderm. These animals are hermaphrodite. That is, male and female reproductive systems are present in the same animal body. Example: Planaria, liver fluke, tapeworm, etc. Phylum Aschelminthes. Body of these animals is long thread-like or cylindrical. Hence they are called as roundworms. These animals are either free-living or endoparasites. Free-living animals are either aquatic or terrestrial. Body of these animals is triploblastic, pseudocylomate, non-segmented and covered with tough cuticle. These animals are unisexual. Examples: Ascaris, intestinal worm, filarial worm, loa. Phylum Annelida. Body of these animals is long, cylindrical and metamerically segmented. Habitat: free-living, but few are ectoparasites. Free-living animals may be marine or freshwater dwellers or terrestrial. These animals are triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical and eucylomate. They have setae or parapodia or suckers for locomotion. Their body is covered with special cuticle. These animals are either hermaphrodite or unisexual. Example: earthworm, leech, nereis, etc. Phylum Arthropoda. These animals have jointed appendages. Hence they are called as arthropods. This is the largest phylum in animal kingdom. Habitat. These animals are found in all types of habitats ranging from deepest oceans to highest mountains. Body of these animals is triploblastic, eucylomate, bilaterally symmetrical and segmented. These animals are unisexual. Chitinous exoskeleton is present around their body. Example: crab, spider, scorpion, millipede, centipede, cockroach, butterfly, honeybee, etc. Phylum Mollusca. Body of these animals is soft and slimy. Hence they are referred as mollusks. This is second largest phylum in animal kingdom. Habitat. These animals are aquatic or terrestrial. Most of them are marine, but few are freshwater dwellers. Body of these animals is triploblastic, eucylomate, non-segmented and soft. Except animals like snail shows bilateral symmetry. Their body is divided into 3 divisions like head, foot and visceral mass. Visceral mass is covered with mantle. This mantle secretes a hard, calcareous shell. This shell may be external or internal or even absent in some cases. These animals are unisexual. Example: bivalve, snail, octopus, etc. Phylum Echinodermata. Calcareous spines are present on the body of these animals. Hence they are called as echinoderms. Habitat. These animals are found only in ocean. Their body is triploblastic, eucylomate, radially symmetrical in adult stage and bilateral symmetry in larval stage. They perform locomotion with the help of tube feet. Tube feet are also useful for capturing the prey. Some animals are sedentary. They have skeleton made up of calcareous spines and or ossicles, plates. These animals have good ability of regeneration. These animals are mostly unisexual. Example, starfish, sea urchin, brittle star, sea cucumber, etc. Phylum Hemichordata. Body of these animals is divided into three parts as proboscis, collar and trunk. Notochord is present in proboscis region only. Hence they are called as hemichordates. These animals are also called as acorn worms. These are marine animals, live in burrows and sand. They have one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are unisexual or some may be hermaphrodite. Example, Balanoglossus, Saccoglossus. Phylum Chordata. These animals have supporting notochord in their body. All chordates are included in the same phylum. Following are important characters of phylum Chordata. 1. Notochord is present in the body during at least any developmental stage. 2. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any developmental stage. 3. Single, tubular, spinal cord is present on dorsal side of body. 4. Heart is present on ventral side of body. The phylum Chordata is classified into three subphyla. A. Urochordata, B. Cephalochordata, C. Vertebrata. A. Subphylum Urochordata. These are marine animals. Their body is covered by skin-like test or tunic. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming and notochord is present in only tail region of larvae. Hence, they are called as Urochordata. Larvae metamorphose into adults after settling down at bottom of the sea. Generally, these animals are hermaphrodite. Example, Herdmania, Doliolum, Oikoplura, etc. B. Subphylum Cephalochordata. These are small fish-like marine animals. Notochord is present throughout the body length. Pharynx is very large and contains gill slits. These animals are unisexual. Example, Amphioxus. C. Subphylum Vertebrata, Craniata. In these animals, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. In these animals, head is well developed. Brain is protected by cranium. Endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Some chordates are jawless, Agnatha, whereas some are with jaws. Gnathostomata. Subphylum Vertebrata is further divided into 6 classes as follows. Class Cyclostomata, Class Pisces, Class Amphibia, Class Reptilia, Class Aves, Class Mammalia. Let us understand them in detail. 1. Class Cyclostomata. These animals have jawless mouth provided with sucker. Their skin is soft and without any scale. Paired appendages are absent. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Most of the animals are ectoparasites. Example, Petromyzon, Myxin, etc. 2. Class Pisces. These are cold-blooded poikilotherms. Aquatic animals living in marine and fresh waters. Body is spindle-shaped to minimize water resistance. They have paired and unpaired fins for swimming. Tail fin is useful as a steering organ during swimming. Exoskeleton is in the form of scales and endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Respiration occurs with gills. Example, rohu, pomfret, seahorse, shark, electric ray, stingray, etc. 3. Class Amphibia. These animals are strictly aquatic during larval life and perform only aquatic respiration, whereas they can live in water as well as on land during adult life and can perform aquatic as well as aerial respiration. They have 2 pairs of appendages. Digits are without claws. Exoskeleton is absent. Skin is without any derivative and usually kept moist for respiration. External ear is absent, but tympanum is present. Neck is absent. Eyes are prominent with eyelids. Example, frog, toad, salamander, etc. 4. Class Reptilia. According to the course of animal evolution, these are first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. These are cold-blooded, poikilotherms animals. They creep on the land as their body cannot lift it up. Neck is present between head and trunk. External ear is absent. Digits are provided with claws. Example, tortoise, lizard, snake, etc. 5. Class Aves. These vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. These are warm-blooded, homeotherms. Example, they can maintain their body temperature constant. Their body is spindle-shaped to minimize air resistance during flight. Forelimbs are modified into wings. Digits are covered with scales and bear claws. Exoskeleton is present in the form of feathers. Neck is present between head and trunk. Jaws are modified into beak. Example, peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. 6. Class Animalia. Presence of mammary glands is typical character of mammalia. These animals are warm-blooded. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. Digits are provided with nails, claws, or hooves. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur. Example, elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc.